today. Otherwise, I just need, I'm actually recording it from my computer as well. So if it doesn't work, I will upload the one from my computer. I like to use my phone camera because it's easier for me to move around. And I actually, so I just want to share a little bit how my daily works in the studio. So today I'm going to do I will meet my friend to editing the project of the second advertise I made for this Chinese folk tale. Um, so my the first story will be told in 6th of October. So it's 2 weeks away. So I make I changed my post from this which was my old post. There's something not good about this camera. It can't show so much. The picture is so small. So this was my original post. This one, it's the original post is about the what the whole activity is about, and then so it says 12 stories, one story a week. But then there will be the first story will be here. So the first story, and with a little bit of the introduction. So I have read a draft about it. It says myths are the myths are the attempts of our ancestors to explain the words in the age of without technology, and they reflect human curiosity and great exploration of the world, and are the foundation of today's civilization. Do you like Greek mythology? Do you know in ancient China we also have many myths which have been passed on to the present through our characters and history books. So something like that. So my first story will tell to the children in the next the 6th of October. It's Gonggongs angrily hit Buzhou Mountain. I don't know if you like Chinese myths or you never heard about it. So the introduction is, this is a story about the Chinese water god Gong Gong. He hit the mountain angrily and broken the sky because that mountain was a pillar that supported the sky. So the sky slipped down, followed by the position change of the stars and the direction of the rivers formed the sky we see today. It was a big mistake, but why was he so angry that he broken the sky? Join the Huntley Ops, and we will not only tell ancient Chinese myths and legends, but also have the opportunity to explore Mandarin and Chinese characters. So I'm reading this advertise. So just because I was doing this project, and my self improvement have to come in this 100 days because I was stuck because I have so many projects coming and then not enough of management skills. So manage my time, manage my life, and my ideas, my brain's too activated. So I'm always having a lot of new ideas coming, but I didn't have enough just want to move this backwards a bit. I didn't have enough management skills to manage everything, to make everything happen, uh which I feel is the purpose of my life. And I really have dreams for my life, and I really have goals. And why am I doing the Chinese tales? It seems like nothing to do because I'm an artist, but I think it's everything to do with it, because as a Chinese living abroad in other country, I I truly think, like, if we all share our culture, and if we all find out how similar we are in our culture, like really, like a lot of Chinese story are so similar to like so much elements are very similar to the Bible, similar to other American old stories. So I really feel we are not that different, you know, like I really feel a lot of conflicts and fights or war that because we think other people are so different. As soon as we see the color, the race, the culture, the language, and we put them in the box, they are not us. But really, after traveling and then living in so many different countries all by myself, not with my family, I got so many opportunity to talk and communicate with the people I'm living with, like in the country. Like now, I know, like oh, I didn't choose my friend on purpose, not to be Chinese, but first of all, it's not a lot of Chinese in this town. And second of all, and I didn't find much common with the Chinese who's living in town. So in this 7 years, 7 years is so long. 7 years in Scotland, all of my friends are like Scottish, 99%. Uh, maybe one or two from other country, European country, or I think I have a new neighbor, but we are not friends yet. We don't know each other that very well. They come from other country, but most of the people I'm talking to or I'm hang out with, they are local, they're English or Scottish. Why I'm saying that? Um because I'm saying wherever I am, I'm really interested in the local culture, and I'm also very interested to introduce myself as a Chinese, not as a Chinese who you know loves the government or in a political way, in a identity way. I really like want people to know I'm a Chinese as a person, as I'm carrying different culture, I'm carrying different knowledge, I'm carrying a different perspective to view the world. That's what I'm always trying to do. Um, and then I think that's important because I see once like people are once they know me, not like me. Once they know, you know, they know one person from China and they have much better idea what a Chinese are like in like a live person, not just reading from news. It's like we can talk about tea. It's just an example. We can talk about tea or a tree 1,000 times, but if that person never really tasted the tea just words, it's just some concept. So I'm not just talking about Chinese. I'm talking about, you know, Korean, Japanese, Indian, Malaysia, or you know like Germany, Swiss. I mean any country and any culture. I mean when we are meeting other people which are not from our own country, I mean, if we communicate, we really will find out a lot of things are very similar, and we just feel this word need more communication. I don't know if I make any sense to you, but I feel this word need more communication. So why am I doing Chinese tale and then a lot of things like the culture things that because I feel once we communicate, we know each other more, you know, we will have a peaceful world without war. But if we don't know each other that much and we're just guessing and then we're just judging and we just criticize and we just, you know, project what we already know and seeking for the evidence to prove something might, you know, violent and something ego controlled, something just I don't know. Um, and that will guide more and more people into the war, and then but that's not the word I want to hand over to my son. I don't think it's a word we want to give to our children. And then I think um, I never really into politics. and I'm still not into it, but because I didn't really, I never read news or listen to news. That because before I become an international student, I was raised in China, and my family went through some really dramatic change because of the policy, the community party. Um, so I don't trust them. So I don't trust the news. And because when I was away from China, and then the news is completely different. It's from a different angle. It's from a different culture background. Like now I'm in the UK, I read or I listen to news from the BBC compared to the news I used to listen into China. It's just so different. That's why I think seeing things and hearing things from different perspective is very important. Um, because it can really change, completely change the view of what we know about something. So that's one of the reasons I never watch news because when I was in China and I just no news were real. The news just like the truth media is was still all controlled by the government, and I just don't believe anything they say through my own and my family's experience. I just don't believe it. So I thought all the news around the world they're all like that. They're fake. So I never listen or watch the news. But then just until recently, so I never watched TV since I was 12. So many years now. But recently I found some YouTube channel, and I found someone really can read explain news. I think he's living in Canada, but he is a Chinese. I don't know. His race is Chinese, or his race is from China. I really don't want to identify myself as a Chinese because or a nationality. I just want to say maybe the race and the culture, but then it's really difficult to say like it's very hard for a Asia Chinese Chinese or Hong Kongese or Taiwan. I think it's easier if Hong Kongese or Taiwanese to say because the government and the culture and the people are not such like conflicts or so different. But if people come from mainland China um and then it say I'm Chinese, and then it's very much like the if for me I would think about someone deeply agree with the government and support the government and love the government. I don't know. I still don't want to get into the politics in things, but that's why, like, I was just talking about this, but I'm just explaining the motivation and why I want to spread Chinese culture. I think it's such a shame for the government doing what they're doing. So I also know a lot of Confucius school they closed or they've been kicked out, or they've been closed for the country because people in there are like suspicious for spying for Chinese government being a spy. But I think it's really a shame because Chinese culture are really some of them I mean the ancient culture, the philosopher, and it's really I don't know wise, yes, very wise and very practical. I feel it's a shame when the Chinese the community governments when they do things like that, they kind of like cut off when the government's reputation is so bad and awful, they cut off a lot of people's opportunity to learn something wise and may benefit them. You know, they kind of stop put people off for seeing things from other perspective, and then to learn something wise which can benefit their life, day by day life. I think in nowadays we're living in an international world, and the best thing we can do is really just it's like putting puzzles. We're putting a little bit of from our culture, and then we put it on the board, and then so to show other people, and then with all and more sharing, we'll be able to see like the whole world, what we see them, and then with I don't know. I get like very excited or emotional when I talk about things like that, because I feel things like this, sharing the culture, sharing the culture or talk about it with other people, your own culture, to communicate, to see, oh, that's like so similar. That's we have very a lot of sayings in different language of the very very similar expressions. And I feel in that way, I think in that way we know each other a bit more, and we will accept each other a bit more, and that in from people to people, not through all the media, or not through all the papers or whatever, like, but through our own um sense, our physical connection. Okay, that was longer than I expected. I was just going to say to show what I'm gonna do for the today is very much like a daily work. Daily work. Now I have most of my work organized in TickTick. And then today I was checking out my in TickTick. So I have two projects. I have a workshop project, and I have this workshop project start in November, and I have this Chinese folk tales project, which will start in October. So, and I have other works and going on. I have like designing work and marketing, selling. I have over 100 scarves, and I'm planning to sell my stock before Christmas. So I have room, and I have some cash back to buy new supplies or materials, and I have so I have other project coming up as well, but I'm just trying to slow down. I found this really helpful to have everything on one page. That's why I was showing in the other video, but it doesn't have sense. So I'm just gonna show you quickly here. I have my work, everything organized in there, and then this is all my my work folder. Uh-oh. Don't know what's going on with it. And I also going to so so next I'm going to because I've organized those folder, and next I will somehow find a system to link my physical folders with my computer folders. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to, but it will be so much easier, and if I can build contents in my computer, because remember, like a couple months ago, I've organized all of a month ago, I spent like 60 days to organize all my folders. Now I have about 10 folders with all the documents or plans or pictures, just a lot of things in the physical folder. But now if I want to be able to use them, I need to put them into my computer or scan them. I don't know. So I was checking that out. And for my project management, TickTick, it's become a little bit just not enough. So I'm using TickTick and Evernote. This tool to Evernote, TickTick, to organizing my project. But now I want to import both, like, because I heard Notion, that's another like digital organizing tool, and it looks very too was too complicated. They have a lot of function. It's got a lot of function, but it was too much for me. Like, I checked it out last year, but this year when I have like everything slowly organized, and I listed out everything I need to do, and then I have the date and then category to different project, I would I'm like I need something a bit more have more function than TickTick and Evernote. So I was watching the how to do the Notion, how to use it, but it probably will take another month for me to get into how to use it. So in the meantime, I'm using TickTick. TickTick is very good, and Evernote. So today but you see this, because I'm doing this design, and this the picture from internet is not clear enough. So I am working into, I'm preparing the resource for the storytell, because I've already planned. I'm going to teach the children how to write a little bit, and as well. So we will have a coloring. So I just show you what here. Where's my? So this is a lesson, the story plan in oh, wrong one. Can I put it down without shaking? Can't see the whole screen. But anyway, I just have to hold it. So so here are the pictures online, and here we're going to color this. We're going to color this in storytell time, and here we're going to learn this few. Can you see? We're going to learn here the characters, how to write those, that water, fire, sky, and also this one expression 水火不容 means water and fire can't get on. It's a Chinese expression. It's like in Western we would say in the Western 水火不容 is more like a cat and dog fight. But in Chinese, we say water and fire fight. So that's what they're gonna learn. So for this post, it's not very clear. So I will need to I will paint them sometime. Just use this design. But now for the post, I wanted to look more professional. But when it looks so blurred, it doesn't look really professional. So I'm gonna just use that. And then later on, I will create some characters based on this this story. This is not my picture. This is a Chinese book. This is illustration or illustrate from a Chinese from the Chinese original book. So but this time I don't have enough time to learn how to illustrate for books or stories, because you know my work is penning like that. So that's something I need to learn. And today I'm going through the tutorial here, just show you how I work, because I don't know everything, how to do everything I need to do. So so I'm just going through. Now I'm on this tutorial, how to easy convert low to high resolution photos in Photoshop. So I'm watching this video and then doing it on my computer. See? So I'm just following that, just a different photo. Yeah, that's it. That's what I do usually in my studio. Okay, I hope this video got sound. But anyway, I have a B plan, because I am recording with my computer as well. So I hope you like today's sharing, and thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, and thank you for your time. Bye, see you tomorrow.